Hi guys, Michael here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about steering and go through some of the principles that you need to learn that's going to make steering much easier for you. First off, I'm going to show you there's sort of three ways that you'll see people steer, two of which you're allowed to do in your driver's test in the UK. So different countries will accept different things. So in the UK, there's two methods that you can do in your test and they'll be happy with that. The third method, which I'm going to show you for reasons of completeness, because you'll see people do it and you need to understand what I'm talking about. The third method I'm not going to recommend you do, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So I'm just going to cut here and then move the camera so you can see the steering wheel. Okay, we're back again. Can you see me? Nearly. You can see the steering wheel, that's what I need you to see. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate these methods. So I'll put the car in the car park. Let me quickly explain something else about the steering whilst I'm at it. The way to hold the wheel, you can hold it in different positions. Any of these are acceptable in your test, but I'm going to find this middle one probably the most useful. And the main reason is you can reach your indicators and wipers without taking your hands off the wheels. You don't want to be doing this. Have your thumb just hooked, resting gently there, and then you can reach your indicator at the same time. When you're steering, you don't want to be doing this. This is not so cool, all right? And you don't want to let the wheel to slide or spin through your hands. You need to be in control. So your examiner is looking to see that you're in control of the car, and he's looking for how accurately you're steering and that you maintain control all the time. The method of steering is not so critical as how accurate and how in control you are. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the first method. Now the first method is the one that they would prefer you to do in your driver's test. It's a preferred method. It's arguably the safest because you're not putting your hand over the airbag. It's also the hardest and most awkward steering method you ever imagined, and a lot of people struggle with it, which is just as well they don't insist you do it anymore. Okay, so here it goes. This is called the pull push method. I'll do it in slow motion. So my right hand is going to pull down and my left hand pushes up. There you go. And then I'm going to straighten up. Cool. I'll do it again. Ready? Right turn. And then I'll return it. Okay, now the other methods you can use, it's called hand over hand. There's a little bit of room there, so I'm going to squeeze through a gap there. It's basically your hand comes over like that. Let me do it again, ready? Hand over hand like this, boop, boop, boop. Then I'll go back again. Now this is a much more natural and easier way to steer. Now they used to mark this in the old days, but they haven't marked this for years and years and years, so I'm quite surprised that so many instructors still try to insist that you don't do this. They're insisting you're doing this all the time. So some people can do it quite naturally and don't have any issues with the pull push method, but a lot of people find this very, very difficult. Right? And they don't mark you in the driver's test if you do the hands over hand method, so you can do either method, whichever you find the easiest. There is the safety advantage of not having your hand over the airbag, so you need to be aware of that for the pull push method. Now, as I said, there is a third method. This is the one I'm not going to recommend, and then it's mainly because it's got safety issues. Just get out of the way of these columns here. Alright, so you'll see people do this method as well, so don't do this in your driver's test. What they're doing is called palming, and it's using your palm of your hand, you push on the steering wheel and you can steer like this. Now if you were very slow and just parking your car or something, okay, you'll probably get away with it. But I'm not going to recommend you do it. I don't let my students do it when they're learning to drive. And if you try to do this at high speed, there's a possibility your hand could slip off the wheel, you're not gripping it, you're not holding the wheel. Remember I said the examiner is looking that you've got control. Accurate control is what he's really after. And the palming method does not offer you that. So I'm going to recommend you do not palm the steering wheel. Either cross your hands or do the pull push method, but make sure you've got control. Okay, so now I'm going to make another video about steering. It's the next bit that's really, really important. That was just the methods of steering and debunking the myth about you're not allowed to cross your hands in your test, because that's who you are. Okay, I'm going to catch you in a minute. I'll make another video first. Bye.